Morning, everyone. We're here at Las Cordilleras. This is a farm in El Retiro, Antioquia, the country of Colombia. We're looking at a farm that is roughly 3 hectares, or the equivalent of what would be 5 Spanish cuadras. It is actually an avocado grove. It has roughly 400 trees planted. They're 5-year-old trees, and basically the farm goes all the way down to where you see that natural forest there. We are on a plain. Roughly, we are at 7,600 feet above sea level, and the other limit of the farm is this fence that we have to our right. This is the entrance, and it opens up. In Spanish, the term cordillera translates to English as ridges, and the reason why is, as you can see in the distance, there, we have these ridges that are part of the central mountain range of the Andes. In Colombia, you have the mountain range of the Andes splits into 3. The oriental ridges, the occidental ridges, and the central ridges. Again, these are all avocado trees. Over here used to be a little patch of Mora de Castilla, which is blackberry. And over there, these are the neighbors, and they're also planting new avocado trees. All those circles that you see on the mountainside are those. The idea here is that even though we are starting with these 400 trees and these 3 hectares, we are going to be basically working with the tenets of permaculture. And within those, we've extracted the following concepts or principles that we will guide our activity by. Number 1, take care of the earth. 2, take care of the plants. 3, take care of the animals. 4, take care of the people. And 5, share the surplus. So again, we'll look in here at the entrance. I'm just turning around. We are out of the rainy season right now. It's starting to have, it's been a good month with very little rain. The house that we see here is made of basically 2 products, essentially. In Spanish it's called tapia or bareque, and basically it is earth that has been compacted with a series of molds, and it's just, compacted earth. The walls are really thick. They're about almost 2 feet in thickness, and this is over 100 years old. In Spanish, una casa campesina. Over to that distance where we see here, we had basically a little, well, that would be a pigsty, and it had very little activity. We will be having a barn, stables. We will extend that, and we will also have a greenhouse for the hydroponic forage. The quality of the soil is pretty good. We will be using the California redworm to fertilize. We will be using a variety of organic insecticides and pesticides. We do want to move away from chemical as much as we can. It starts today with a big transition because, well, the previous owners had different methods. The plain here, beautiful view. Depending on how many clouds we have in the distance, you can see up to 7 or 8 ridges. And over here, going all around this, we see the avocado trees. Beautiful flowers. Again, more trees down on this side, and we have again a different angle of the house. We continue down, and the property down where we see that forest there, we actually have our own water spring, quite substantial amount of water, and there is also a brook that bathes the property on one of the sides. Eventually we will be constructing a house here, and the view is just breathtaking. We continue. Again, here we could see some of the avocados. These are still very young. Down below we see far more. There are 3 varieties. Haas is the predominant variety that we have right now, and there are 2 others. Down below we continue down in that little gorge, that valley, and we continue all the way up where you see the change of grass, where it's greener. That's a new property, and we continue with all the trees. And summer is really good for avocado trees. They have a hard time with a lot of water on their roots, and we have still additional space. The idea is on this part, we are going to plant either king grass or just on this side, and we will have the stables producing humus from the California redworm as it feeds on the manure. We will have a biodigester for the production of methane gas, and also to process the manure into a usable organic fertilizer. We will be using the different topography of the farm to benefit as most we can for purposes of irrigation, for purposes of using rainwater and such. So over here we have the little grove of Mora de Castilla, and this is the equivalent of blackberry in English, and it's doing pretty well. And again, towards the end of the property over there, where you see that tree, where the patch ends, that's where the property ends.